do you guys use in the field and which ones really make sense? This is going to come from the perspective of a professional. I've been doing electrical since 2007, so this is coming from years of experience, what I've used in the field and what just makes sense. I can see where you might want to have a number of bits ready on the fly and able to switch things out quickly. I can see where that makes sense, but a lot of this stuff that Klein is coming out with lately seems like it's coming from a newer generation that's putting out Klein tools that isn't that experienced with actual in the field work, and we're going to make you guys more efficient. So just like this is a 5/16, it's great for what it does. Tab cons, it's long for into the back of boxes, and it's impact rated. It makes a lot more sense to carry this than it does this, and then having to extend this out and flip it around and pull the bit out because you had a bit storage here. So if you don't know, this one here actually has bit storage to where you can put this here. This has to slide up just a little bit more to get it on there, right there. But if it's too far, the bit's not going to have good retention. So this has got to be just right here. And then this slides down here and that closes, and it's got a lot of things. And if you want to turn a 5/16 screw right now, we've got to stop. We got to put this away. We got to flip this around. We got to pop this out. So I want to make it clear, I'm not just hating on this tool. I actually use this one pretty often. It's great for inspections, which is the whole point of it, right? You're going to walk up to a panel. You don't know what size screw head it's going to be, whether it's a 5/16 or a Robertson, and you come prepared. But when it comes to actually installing and using the same size fastener and then maybe having to switch between, one or two every so often, this tool is only going to slow you down. And now we're ready to go, which is convenient, but look how much time we just wasted. If you do that 10 times a day, that's almost a minute. And then you still got to get the bit back out that you wanted, and I just don't like how it's kind of in limbo and not very certain on what it is. Also, I slipped one of these on the other day, started tightening a screw and almost jammed this thing on an awkward spot of this shaft. They're just not made for a lot of abuse with some of these impacts and stuff. They are convenient, but that's where everything magical about them stops. They're convenient, and that's it. Just like a multi-tool. They can't do everything good. They're only going to do everything acceptable. So another example of that would be a 10-in-1 versus 11-in-1 versus a 9-in-1. This is the 9-in-1. I prefer a 9-in-1 because we get this larger bit here. Your 5/16 for your bonding screws, your ground screws in the back of 4 squares, things like that. We got our Phillips here, and then if we need it for stress straps, we got our 3/8. Perfect example here. We're missing the back side of our multi-bit, and who knows where it is. That's just what happens with these things, man. You lose the pieces. It bugs you to death. I prefer the 9-in-1 because it has the 3/8 and it has the 5/16. 10-in-1s don't have the 3/8. 11-in-1s have all this stuff, but instead of this piece, it has another fancy one, much like this one that'll slide in here. And a lot of this stuff is interchangeable, so that's kind of cool. So keep in mind, if you do go down this train and you get a lot of Klein things, a lot of them will switch out with each other, which is great. I just prefer to get the right tool for the job as quick as possible and be on my way working on what I need as soon as I need to do it. I don't have any time to waste. That's just my opinion. When it comes to multi-bit precision screwdrivers, it's the same thing here. We got a lot of bits here. We got a nice precision thing. Look at the size of this versus the size of this, and your average work that you're going to be doing in the field as installation, whether you're HVAC tech, whatever you're doing, is going to be these sizes here, and that's about it for controls. So unless you got some special thing going on, it's probably not even wise to keep this in your tool bag. You're going to want to just loosen the pieces, and you're better off just having a smaller tool. You can flip this around, get things done. It still has a precision. This is the one that I prefer. It is the 32581 precision or control screwdriver from Klein. It's a multi-bit driver, but this one's hollow. It's not the standard Klein one that you guys have seen before. This actually makes a ton of sense, and you get 7/16 half-inch and 9/16. They all thread protrude straight through. You get a magnet on your 7/16, which is great for your common 1/4-inch hardware. And it's considerably lighter than the last Klein. So probably want to pick this one up and replace the other Klein one if you're still using it. It is the 3280 MAG right there. The MAG would be because of the magnet. When we look at another screwdriver that makes sense, we look at the insulated multi. And the whole point of this video is to get you guys from stopping and trying to find the perfect bit that you need and having to put this one in your pocket or whatever you guys might do. And I really think that having the perfect bit for the task that you're doing and getting it quickly is the name of the game, especially when it comes to installations. When we look at the stubby multi, they've got a bunch of different stubby multis. They got ratchet multis. They got all kinds of stuff. I like this one because it actually has a 5/16 and they got some kind of custom shank size here. And then they've got their 1/4 inch here. And if this is the only thing that's going to fit in the spot, it makes sense that you'd want to have the bit sizes that you need, most common, that are only going to fit in the spot. So I think they kind of nailed this one, especially with the 5/16 here. But that's where I draw the line on this. I rarely ever pull this out. This stays intact because when I need a stubby, I need one, and I'm really likely to lose the pieces to it. So that's my 2 cents on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know what you guys use in the comments below. What's your thoughts? Am I right? Am I wrong? Let us know, and we'll see you guys in the next one.